Hello kids, this is Mr. T, and today I'm going to narrate an Iranian folk story named Boz Boze Qandi, which is about a mama goat and her 3 little goat kids named Shangool, Mangool, and Habbe Angoor. As usual, we have Jobi here to make this video a little bit more interesting. So, okay, we're ready. Once upon a time, in a faraway forest, there was a lovely stone cottage. This cottage belonged to Mama Goat, Boz Boze Qandi, who lived happily with her 3 adorable little kids named Shangool, Mangool, and Habbe Angoor. One day, Mama Goat said,
"Oh no, kids. We are all out of food. I need to go and get us some for us."
The 3 little goat kids shouted,
"Nah."
which means,
"Oh, okay, Mama Goat."
Boz Boze Qandi continued,
"While I'm away, you have to be very careful, and under no circumstances should you open the door for anyone. I've seen a big wolf lurking around here. If you open the door for him, he will surely eat you all."
The 3 little goat kids were terrified. Mama Goat added,
"Don't worry, my sweethearts. The wolf might try to trick you by disguising himself, but don't be fooled. You know it's him by his rough, deep voice and his big, black, hairy feet."
Feeling reassured, the 3 little goat kids said,
"Thank you, Mama Goat. We'll be careful and we won't fall for the wolf's tricks."
With that, Mama Goat said her goodbyes and left to find food for her little ones. Not even half an hour had passed when there was a knock on the door. A deep voice from behind the door said,
"My dear little ones, it's your mother. I've brought lots of food for you. Open the door for me."
The smallest of the smallest goat kid, whose name was Habbe Angoor, whispered to the others,
"That voice is too deep. It doesn't sound like Mama. It must be the wicked wolf."
The owl shouted from behind the door,
"We are not opening the door. Our mother's voice is soft and lovely, but yours is deep and harsh. You must be the wicked wolf."
There was silence. The wolf had left, but he hadn't given up yet. The wolf went to the local shop and bought a bag of sugar. He ate all the sugar, which made his voice smooth and sweet like Mama Goat's. The wolf returned to the stone cottage, knocked on the door, and said in a soft, sweet voice,
"My dear little ones, it's your mother. I've brought lots of food for you. Open the door for me."
This time, his voice sounded just like Mama Goat, Boz Boze Qandi. One of the goat kids cried. Shangool cried.
"Mama's back!"
But once again, the smallest goat kid, Habbe Angoor, said,
"Wait! Look under the door. Those black hairy feet don't belong to Mama. They must be the wolf's feet."
They all shouted together,
They are not opening the door. Our mother's feet are white and pretty, but yours are black and hairy. You must be the wicked wolf.
Again, there was silence. The wolf had left once more. This time, the wolf went to the local bakery. He told the baker,
Mr. Baker, my feet are terribly hurt. Oh, sorry, please. Could you please wrap them in some dough to make them feel better?
The baker, though puzzled by the odd request, agreed because he was happy to sell his dough. The wolf, now with his feet covered in sticky white dough, went to the carpenter. He politely asked,
Could I have a sack of sawdust, please?
The carpenter, glad to sell the sawdust, agreed. The wolf poured the sawdust on the ground and rolled his dough-covered feet in it until they looked just like Mama Goat's white feet. Without wasting any time, the wolf rushed back to the stone cottage. He knocked on the door and said,
My dear little ones, it's your mother. I've brought lots of food for you. Open the door for me.
The three little goat kids looked at each other, and one of them said, and I think it was Mangool,
His voice sounds just like Mama's.
Shangool peeked under the door and said,
Yes, and his feet look like Mama's too.
All the goat kids happily, including Habbe Angoor, shouted,
It must be Mama Goat!
He opened the door, and the wolf burst in. He turned the whole cottage upside down, trying to catch the little goat kids. In their fright, they all tried to hide. One kid under the chair, another under the bed. The third jumped into the oven first, but then climbed into the old grandfather's clock. The wolf sniffed around and found all the goat kids, swallowing them whole, one by one, even chewing. The only one he couldn't find was the smallest goat kid, Habbe Angoor, who was hidden inside the clock. The wolf, now with a full belly, left the cottage and went to lie down under a big tree in the forest, where he fell into deep sleep. Soon after, Mama Goat returned home. She couldn't believe her eyes. The table and chairs were broken, the dishes shattered, her handmade quilt was torn, and feathers from the pillows were scattered everywhere. But worst of all, none of her children were there. Sorry. Mama Goat began to weep uncontrollably. After a while, she heard a small cry coming from inside the old clock.
Mama! Mama!
Mama Goat rushed to the clock, opened it, and exclaimed,
My precious little one, tell me what happened. Where are your brothers and sisters?
Habbe Angoor cried.
Mama!
Which meant,
The wicked wolf ate them all.
Mama Goat, furious and devastated, let out a loud cry. Then she calmed down, thought for a moment, and said,
My dear child, we must find that wolf. Look at the floor footprints on the floor. They belong to the wolf. We'll follow them and find him.
Mama Goat and the smallest goat kid, Habbe Angoor, followed the wolf's flowery footprints until they reached the tree where the wolf was sleeping. Mama Goat looked at the wolf's belly. It was moving. Something was wriggling and struggling inside. Boz Boze Qandi thought.
Could my children still be alive?
Quickly, Mama Goat turned to the smallest goat kid and said,
Run home, my dear. Bring me my sewing basket. And hurry.
The smallest goat kid ran like the wind and soon returned with Mama Goat's sewing basket. Now, children, the next part of the story is a little scary, but remember, this is just a story. Mama Goat took her scissors and carefully cut open the wolf's belly. As soon as she made the first cut, out jumped the first little goat kid, Shangool, shouting,
Hello, Mama!
One by one, the other one leaped out of the wolf's belly, perfectly unharmed. How could this be? Well, the wolf had been so greedy that he swallowed them whole without even chewing, so they hadn't been hurt at all. The three little goat kids hugged Mama Goat tightly, overjoyed to be reunited. But the story wasn't over yet. If the wolf woke up with an empty belly, he would realize what had happened. So Mama Goat came up with a plan. She told her little goat kids,
Hurry, my dears. Go and find the biggest stones you can.
The little goat kids quickly obeyed. They brought back a pile of large stones, which Mama Goat carefully placed inside the wolf's belly. Then she sewed him back up with her needle and thread. Hours later, the wolf woke up, feeling thirsty. He said to himself,
Oh, I'm so thirsty. I must go to the well to drink some water.
As the wolf walked to the well, the stones in his belly clinked and clanked together. The wolf thought,
I ate 3 little goats, but it feels like there are big stones in my belly.
When the wolf reached the well and bent down to draw water, the weight of the stones caused him to lose his balance and he fell into the well and disappeared forever. From then on, Mama Goat and her 3 little goat kids lived happily ever after. So kids, listen to the things that your parents tell you to do. They don't need you to be, I don't know, in prison. They don't need you to not be happy. The thing is, they always want the best for you. And do not underestimate the little ones. To the next video.
I want tea.